Hi everyone! Since I'm doing reviews of all the SNES games, I couldn't pass on reviewing the SNES Classic. I won't talk about how to get one, hoping that the shortage will be resolved soon. And this is a review of the North American version, but except for the games and the style of the console, everything should be the same. Power is done through USB with a power adapter, which is included, and it comes with quite a short HDMI cable, a little shy of 5 feet. The controllers are awesome. Compared to the real deal, there really isn't that much of a difference. The plastic feels different, but the rest is top notch. The cable length is still a problem. Only 5 feet. Just so you can compare, the length of an original SNES controller is almost 8 feet. 6 feet cables are a bare minimum for me, anything shorter is being really cheap. Or wants to sell extensions. Eh, Nintendo? Okay, can we get the software? First, the menus. They're okay, I guess. I'm not really a fan of the music. Just doesn't fit for me. And I've got a real problem with the fact that you can't turn it off. Options please, come on! And let's take a look at those options. You can adjust the display. The CRT filter, which is essentially scan lines, I'm not a fan. 4:3 is perfect and is what the SNES is meant to be played at. The other is a novelty I think, if you want square pixels. Because the SNES had a 8:7 aspect ratio, stretched to a 4:3 screen. So the correct aspect ratio here is 4:3. You can also add a frame if you want. You can adjust if the system starts a demo or dims the screen when it's idle. And you can change the language. The legal notices. Who reads that anyway? And of course, the manuals. Since they have the storage place, there really is no reason to not have the manuals. What? You need a phone to access the manuals. Wow, that is some rare brand of stupid. Jeez, Nintendo, is it that hard? Do you really need to send everybody to your website? Huh. I guess that's the point, right? One last thing before talking about the games. You can of course save state them by hitting reset, but then you have to get back to the menu and then save your save state. Okay? And there's still of course the classic save features in games like Final Fantasy or Secret of Mana. So please boys and girls, don't use save states. These games were not meant to be played that way. So you can reload your states, but you can also rewind games. Kinda neat. But don't use it. Or not too much. It'll ruin the games for you. Hitting reset will bring you back to the menu, but here you can go into your save state menu and rewind. You can rewind a couple of seconds before you died, and restart there. It's a neat feature. If you haven't figured it out, the reset button is the menu button. But putting the menu button on the console is not really practical if your console is far from you. I guess with the length of the cords, they really want us to play with the system beside us, which is kind of annoying. A button combination to access the menu would have been so simple. But from all I can see here, simple and logical, it's just not Nintendo. Now, what about the games? The choice of game is incredible. Of course, some will be angry that their favorite title isn't there, but when you think about it, they did a pretty good job of taking classics from different styles of play and put them together to create this collection. You got 9 action games: Mario World, Super Castlevania, Donkey Kong, Mega Man X, Kirby Superstar, Yoshi Island, Star Fox, Contra 3, and Super Ghouls and Ghosts. 2 adventure games, Zelda and Super Metroid. 4 RPGs, Final Fantasy 3, Secret of Mana, Earthbound and Mario RPG. 2 sports games, Punch-Out, Kirby Dream Course. 2 racing games, Mario Kart and F-Zero. And a fighting game, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. There's actually 10 action games, since you must know they added Star Fox 2 to the mix. An unreleased game, that's cool. I won't talk about all the games, you might know them by now. A bunch of reviews exist already, and you can also check out my reviews of them. I'll talk about Star Fox 2 briefly. It's not a bad game, but I think that the first one was much better. It's kinda short, but it's randomized, so each game is different. First time I played, I beat the game in about 20 minutes on normal mode, so I would recommend going straight to hard difficulty, if you want some challenge. I won't do an in-depth review of Star Fox 2 here. I'll be perfectly honest with you, but the first time I took the system out of its box and I tried it, there was an incredible lag. And it's exactly the same setup I'm using here. But 2 weeks later, when I tried to record that lag, it wasn't there anymore. So I'm sorry to anybody I told that there was a lag on the Super Nintendo Classic, because clearly there isn't, or it's pretty unnoticeable. But I stand by what I said. The first time I tried it, there was a definite lag. Why? I don't know. To conclude, at the price and with everything included, it's a really good deal. And I know there exist a lot of alternatives that will do pretty much the same thing. But you have to admit that for a hassle-free plug-and-play experience, it's pretty neat. But that's just my opinion. Hope this helps you make a decision if you should get it or not. See you soon, and as always, remember, have fun. Peace! If you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up. And if you're interested in Super Nintendo games, I'm reviewing all of them by release date. Come check it out!